Happy New Year, planner friends. So I'm here with my January planner deco update using the Planner Society kit as I usually do. I have used other kits, as you may have seen in previous videos, but I just love the quality of the Planner Society kit products best. I will try others though throughout this year and see how I like them as well. But for now, let's do a flip through of this planner. This month's kit, which actually I'm using the December kit for the January decoration, included a lot of elements that I enjoy, like these tags. There are 4 of them in the kit and you'll see them throughout my planner, but this is the first one as a reminder that the darkest nights do produce the brightest stars. Of course, it's a metaphor for life. Another die cut that I really loved is this flat lay of just a cozy setting. And I really got into hygge and the whole idea behind it, which is about creating a very homey and cozy environment. I've been reading a book about it. And so this kit really did resonate with me. So I'm really happy that that often happens. This pen is decorated using some of the paper patterns, as you can see. It's a gel pen that has rose gold accents. This is a pen holder. I've shown it to you many times. It's made by someone in one of the Facebook groups and I just love it. Getting inside of the planner, as I've said before, I don't use the pockets for cards or anything like that. I use it for decoration. So for me, it being functional means that I'm going to use it for decoration. And I really, really love that. I love also to have a hello, a little word hello somewhere in the front of my planner. It's for me as well as you, because it's just a good welcoming way to enter my planner. I love the acetate, and this month there is, if you can see it, it's foil printing on the acetate with stars and dots. It just looks very heavenly. This die cut, and I laminate all of my die cuts every month, is from a previous kit. And I just love the flower so much, and I've used it so many times in planner decos since I received this in one of the kits. Other things, other planner deco items that I use over and over are doilies, but things like this, these cards are just the little cards that come in the kit in the little packets that some of the smaller products are wrapped in. So I just use them as deco as well. What I've forgotten is the feel of the paper and how I really like that. And so I went back to using the paper as is without laminating it this month. This is my opening dashboard, and it is the first divider in my ring-bound planner that gets me started. I feel the same way about her as I do all the other die-cut girls that I keep in my planner on the regular. She has been here since I got her several months ago, along with her. This is another vellum sheet. I don't know if you can see this, but there are little stars and dots that are in pink embossed on this paper. So pretty. Okay, so now in this section I keep a few of my personal forward planning items. This actually folds out. I've paper clipped them together so that I don't show you some of the items that I've already written down, which are personal. But you can see the other pages that I've put in here for advanced planning. And so I really like these from Peanuts Planner Co. They're two-sided. Well, you can print them that way because they're printables. And so there's a blank calendar that you can fill in any month and with important dates, and then you can list tasks for the month. So I thought that since I only keep one complete month in my planner, which you'll see up ahead, of a monthly planner, weekly planning pages, I'm going to use these for forward planning specifics. So while the fold-out calendar does have the months and space to write down important dates for each month, when I get to an individual month that I want to, just plan ahead in more detail, I'm going to use these. I'd also thought that maybe this would replace my monthly calendars eventually. But I really like decorating my monthly calendar, so these are important dates of family and friends, and that I want to remember, birthdays, anniversaries throughout the year. Okay, so another dashboard or divider, whichever you want to call it, and I used another tag. And this one I decided that I was going to punch holes through the back and through the tag and just tie it on so it kind of moves. There's movement on my page. Along with this kit came these little stickers that are puffy stickers that you can place wherever you want. I love that there were there were label tabs included, and you can use it on the top or you can use it on the side. So on the other side of this, I decided to include some note pages and use the tab in a different way. These pockets came with the kit, and in order to get it to fit into this planner page, I had to cut off part of it. So it does open like this, but if I keep it towards the rings, then nothing falls out, so it works. I just love it's actually the same kind of a star background or star print as the paper is. So I have these stickers that I got last year sometime, but I used them when I found them in my stash. I'm using them for this little dashboard that I created from, I don't know where I've seen this, where I got it from, but it's a mission board, and the idea is that you can fill it in. Now, if I would print it on paper, I would just write on it every month, but I decided to laminate it. But I think what I'm going to do is make it reusable, leave it here, and just use the sticky notes to write these little things on it for an at-a-glance view of these details for each month, or for the month ahead, since it's only going to be for 1 month at a time. And even though I have all of this information at various other places in my book, it's kind of nice to have it in one place, so I will probably do that. Okay, so when we get to the January calendar, this is what I mean about I like to decorate it. I just love having a sideboard here, and I know it can be used for a lot of things. When I first started using this kind of a setup, and I make this calendar for myself, I did it so that I can include details about the month that I would put here now. But over time, I found that I wasn't really using it as much, or I didn't want it to be here after all. And what I wanted to put here instead were any kind of elements that were motivational to me. When I see my calendar, I see motivation. So I got these Tim Holtz ideology stickers. This is like a story pack, so these are lines from what may be a book or a story idea, and then you can elaborate on it if you want, or just hold the idea of the phrase for whatever it may mean to you, and which is why I have included it here. With a few of the puffy stickers that I got in the kit and other stickers, because these puffy stickers are just everything. I really love them. I love the way they feel and the way they look, and they're all silver, and they're against a rather silverish background, or that blue, so you may or may not be seeing them. I hope that you are. So I really like using washi tape for decoration. You saw it in the previous pages, how I used it for trim and just to add color to the pages, but I really love doing that to other pages as well, and in this section particularly I use it quite a bit. So I like to make use of all of the different patterns that are given within the kit, and this is one of them. This is a health tracker, and I've never shown this before because my health tracking is personal, but now that it's blank, I can show you what it looks like, and then you can get some idea of how you can use it for yourself. So when I cut this out, I include these sideboards so that I can leave notes about issues throughout the month. And so the trackers are blank, and you can write all your information. What are you going to track this month? And then you can fill in the spaces for the days and dates of the month on the top. And then I divided each of these sections here so that I can track 24 hours of the day. I have another one that I did use. I used to extend that one, so I used to attach a sheet so that it would be longer on the bottom, but I decided that I would just use another tracker. So I'm using this for a different issue that I would like to track, also health related, and also divided each of the sections so that I have more space for what I want to track. Also added the days and dates at the top, and I'll do this for every month. I never used to be so big on trackers, and then once I started, I have never turned back because it's just valuable to have the information and to be able to refer to it and see how things are trending and what is it about your day that affected the results. There's a perpetual calendar next that I'm using for gratitude, and so it's just a line a day gratitude. I used to do a whole page in a journal for gratitudes every day, and I use my journaling in a different way now. Of course, it does include gratitudes, but it's not specifically for gratitudes. Here, I get to see what I'm grateful for each day and how that day was different from the day before, and how each day will be different, because no gratitude that I list here will be the same as any other day. I do that on purpose so that I'm sure to look for specifically different reasons to be thankful for each day. This expense tracker is for anything that is not a recurring monthly expense, so that I can see how I spend my money during the month. And then this is a goal tracker where I can see on one page what my monthly goals, weekly goals, and daily goals are. So I find this very, very useful, and I love having it as part of this set of monthly trackers that go with my monthly calendar. These are items, these pages that I will save in a book for a year, and then I'll go through it and see which elements I need to keep and which I can shred because they're no longer necessary for me. But the pages up ahead, my weekly pages, are useful only for that time, and once that time is passed, I will no longer need them. These, however, will stay in my planner all year. On this page, I'm going to write the titles within the books, which I do love this so much, of the books that I've read the year. Then here, I'm going to track them by title, by author, start and end date, and I'll probably put somewhere in here the number of pages that are in the book. You also get a little section here where you can review the book. So color it in as many hearts on a scale of 1 to 5 as you think the book is of value to you. Orders tracker. While I do have an expense tracker that is for the month, items that I order that go on that expense tracker are also going to be appearing here, because on an ongoing basis, maybe beyond the month, depending on when the order is placed, I'll need to still keep track of it. So I'll write it on this page and keep that here. Coupon codes, you get them from sites that you may visit where they want to encourage you to make a purchase or thank you for making a purchase, and therefore I'll keep the information here along with the expiration date if there is one. So this section is a couple of pages that I used to keep my stickers between, and consequently I wanted to have dashboard-like pages. But this one is now my weekly divider, and I've moved my stickers somewhere else. And since this is the back to this section, I wanted it to also be laminated and like a dashboard. Here I've used pockets from the kit that are sticker pockets. They're also like a cellophane type of, well, not really, they're not that thin, but they are thin plastic. And they are printed, so it's just fun, adding more fun to the creativity options. Use some washi tape here, the puffy stickers. Have one of the die cuts here, which is just a decorated ladder that has a string of stars and flowers on it. And I keep other things like this card that I got from one of the shop owners, Jibiniri. And I don't know her, but I ordered from her, and I love the fact that she is a bookmaker and a textile artist, and that she is. You can tell by the card that she's made for herself, and I just love it so much that I have to have it in my book. So I keep it here in this pocket, along with a doily from a previous kit, and a little die-cut planner, because I love LV, and I love my planner, and this tag. You don't have to be perfect to be beautiful. Good reminder. Jibbin made this paperclip. So she loves this. One of her signatures in decorating her books is to put paperclips like this that have movement and they're not necessarily on the top of the page. So I see that that's trending a lot in planner decor these days. But I've loved it ever since the first time I saw it, maybe a year or more ago. So that one is always in my book. A couple of others, I bought a few from her. A couple of others are also in my book, and you'll see maybe one or two up ahead. Along with something else that's always been in my book since I got this book, because this was one of the first things that I ordered as planner deco, is this LV girl. I ordered the wrong one. It was supposed to be for this personal size, and I wasn't paying attention, and I didn't know what I was doing. So I ordered a pocket size and was so disappointed when it came. I didn't have a pocket planner at the time. I do have one now, but I wanted this to be in my main planner, and so I just changed it up a bit, made it my own. I think I re-laminated it and punched holes in a different place, and now I just use her inside of my book. So she's been everywhere in this book. In this pocket I keep some sticky notes that came with the kit, and I love that the sticky notes always match the kit in print. So just a few, not the whole stack. You get so many of them, and I do have many of them still, because you never can go through all of them, but it's just fun to have something that goes with the rest of the book, because we like to coordinate things. So here's the next label, and in this section, behind this vellum page, is some of my planning that I'm keeping personal. But up ahead, you can see the pages and how I decorate them when I haven't yet used them. So these are just randomly stuck on just to decorate the page, and then I'll fill them in as time goes by. I love this Today marker that I got in another kit that I ordered some time ago. It's just, you know, slotted so you can fit it over your page and mark the day. So I've been using this ever since. Nothing else will do. So I like that the kit stickers, each kit, really does match in some way the kit that's next coming. And so even if I do decorate ahead, which I tend to go all the way up till about the 20th or so with decorations, the 20th or so of the following month, when I turn to the new kit pages, you know, it's still going to be relevant as the old kit pages were to this month. It just still kind of works out. However, you see the warmth of this time of year and the colors that were kind of going with the holiday season, and then the coolness of winter in these pages and these art stickers. So a little change, and yet they still work. So I've decorated this all the way from January 21st to probably February 21st or 2nd, around there. Same thing. And I don't know what I'm going to get in February and what the colors will be, but I bet that they'll all coordinate somehow. Another thing that I really love about these stickers that she started making recently, I don't know if this started, when this started, because I don't think it was always so, that there's foiling on the stickers as well, and that just makes it so fun. It seems to be something that everyone's doing to their stickers now, and I really love it. So thank you. Blank pages ahead for the rest of February and into March. And then more vellum. And a paperclip from months gone by that I still love to keep because I really love this pink, and I don't know, I just can't stop using it, so there it is. Now, the reason why I had this here was because I wanted to show you that this is one of the journaling cards that came with the kit. Now, obviously I'm not using it as a journaling card because I laminated it, so I can't write on the back. Otherwise, I could probably put this in my one little word journal that I'm making this year. You know, I was doing one little word last year. I was going to, and I got everything for it, and then things happened and I never got to it. So this year I'm on it. But I could have used this in there as well because my one little word journal is very much, it's gray and white and these little muted tones that would work so well. This would work so well in the book, but I like that there's this shine bright sentiment here, but there's 4 of these cards, and then there's a bunch of these stickers, and I really don't know what to do with them because maybe it's supposed to remind me to take pictures, or that I'm going on a location shoot, or that I want to put one of those instant printable pictures here and use this as a frame, which is what I've done here actually. This is not an instant printable, but this is one of the other die cuts that I just put over it. Used this as a frame, kept the sentiment visible, along with a little bit of washi tape and this puffy sticker that fits right over this flower so perfectly. So this I've labeled as a list section. I used to have a goals section and then a business section, and I've taken my business section out of this book and put it into another book that I'll show you at a later date. This is where I keep goals in general and other long throughout the year trackers that I don't have to look at regularly. That's why it's at the back of the book. So, however, it's not like this is a giant book that would be difficult to flip to this section if I needed it. I love this. I got this from Crossbow Printables last year sometime, and I laminated it. Well, I printed it on vellum and then laminated it. So this is my goals section. So Any Plans has a cover sheet and a circle. In some of her printables, it's blank, the circle's blank. Others it's filled with whatever it is that insert is supposed to be for. And what I love about this is it's a marble background, so all of these such covers that I'm going to use have the marble background. I believe I also selected it because it's blank and I can write anything I want on it, so I did. Just to cover up my personal information here, I have this paper clipped on, but I've listed my goals by personal, relationship, home, and family, and the top is labeled for the entire year because this is a yearly tracker, but you can make this tracker for anything. So this is going to be for my goals for 2019. Other pages I'm going to use. This is a 52-week tracker. On this I can keep track of maybe one or more goals that I want to see at a glance how I'm doing each week of the year. When I want to be very specific about a goal and goal planning, I can start with the goal, break it down into 2 subjects and then smaller tasks off to the right, and for as many goals as I want, because I have a bunch of pages here for that. I liked using the quarterly review pages last year to keep track every quarter of how my year is going with my goals, so I will likely do that again. And then I have a trip tracker for trips that I will take during the year that I like to keep organized for. Also from Peanuts Planner Co. And that's the end of my goals section. Vellum sheet, separating the 2, and on to my health section. Now this tracker is different from the one that you saw in the front, the 2 that you saw in the front, which will be monthly health trackers. This is different, and that information has nothing to do with this tracker. By the way, this is another one of those paper clips from Jibbit. If you can see it, it's just delicate. Okay, here I'm going to keep track of any kind of things, situations that you want to have checked out throughout the year. And you may need to make a list for your healthcare, your personal healthcare, because you want to make sure that you cover everything. So whatever your healthcare needs are, you want to make sure you keep your appointments for those situations throughout the year. It could be anything from dental appointments, vision appointments, if you have any kind of situations that you need to monitor, blood work, any of those kinds of things that you'll need to do throughout the year, then this is what this tracker is for me. So you may want to use that for yourself. So just like the other one that I had in the goals section, it is a yearly calendar that has all of the months of the year, and then you can label it whatever you want and keep track of maybe what day of the month you went. Then, you know, write the date down or color it in, however you want to do it. That's personal for you. Here's an interesting tracker that I came across. In the area of health, I feel that it's useful if you wanted to track their exercise for the year. Maybe this is something that is one of your goals for the year. It usually is at the beginning of every year. Everyone wants to get on the exercise track. Even if I wanted to say, ramp up my exercise from 5 days a week to 7 days a week, or from 30 minutes a day to an hour a day, then this tracker would still be useful for that, because then I would write the goal at the top, and then these lines represent every month of the year and all of their days in the month. So all you have to do is, and if you can see this, I don't know if you can, it's bolded on the weekends. So all you have to do is mark what days that you're doing whatever it is that your goal is. And then at a glance, you can see, not just like the other one that was in my goals section, which marks the weeks, but at a glance here, you can see the days that you actually did do whatever it was that your goal is, which is awesome. So I printed it out to be a fold out. There's that, but I also printed it on a smaller sheet that would fit perfectly as one page within my planner. The only thing I don't like about it is I don't like to look at pages like this. I mean, I don't like it to be like this in my book. Yeah, all you have to do is turn your book to look at it, or take the page out, because, you know, I slit the pages so that I can do that easily, but I don't want to. I rather look at it like this. Instead of horizontal, I rather look at it vertically. So whatever your preference is, you know, do that for yourself. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. That's why I have that there. If you're keeping track of your weight, there's a weight log. This is from Peanuts Planner Co. And so you just have to put down the date, how many pounds, plus or minus, and any notes that you may have about that. And so you can keep track of your weight for the whole year. This is my daily meal plan. It's so simple. It's cool to have a daily meal plan if you feel like you need that to start you with a new habit that you can live with, whether it's for a short term or long. It's a good thing to do, and this meal plan has varied significantly from when I first started it. So anyway, just sharing. Okay, so that's the end of my health section. Love this, so I wrote it on the back. And another vellum sheet. Next is expenses for recurring monthly expenses. So this is totally different than my other expense sheet. And this is going to be where I'm going to keep track of. There's no amounts listed, there's just what it is. And I'm just keeping track of when I take care of it, which I tend to take care of everything all at the same time. So it'll just get colored in for the whole month when it's done. And I know that I'm on track based on this tracker. Okay, so I need a sentiment to put at the back that makes me happy. Don't know what it's going to be yet, but I will find it and I will put it there. Meanwhile, I'm looking at some star vellum and more stars on this dashboard that I put at the back to end my planner. Now this little puffy bow that you see here that I made into a paper clip, because I did make this, as you can tell, I cut it off from something else. I don't know what it was, a headband or something, and I made it into a paper clip so that it could be in my planners, because I've had this for months. So I just move it in and out of different planner situations, and it has now returned to this planner for this month, and I'm happy with it. And I created a little scene here with one of my favorite die cut girls. The back. Okay, so this is beautiful because there's an error here if you see it. If you don't, no problem, because we'll tend to read things as it's supposed to be read, even though there's an error present. And it doesn't matter, because the sentiment itself is completely beautiful. But what makes it more beautiful is that it's not perfect. So I like that a lot. So happy people and happy hearts. This here is not in the current kit. This is from a previous kit, and I just flipped it around because it is printed on the other side, but white actually is perfect, and I love it so much. What I did with these two doilies that I got in previous kits as well, I just taped them together and stuck them behind that. And this is one of the packages that one of the elements from the kit came in, like maybe the washi tape or stickers or something, I don't remember which, but I laminated the package. The package, you know, it has this double edge right here where one edge is higher than the other. It's just what a package is like. So I knew that if I laminated it, that it's not going to stick. I mean, while it will be sealed, I can cut it open and there'll be a space in between, like a pocket where I can put things. So I laminated it for that purpose, and my stickers are in there. And this bow clip came with the kit. I love the bow clip. It's like a velvety material. It's silver, like a lot of the other elements in the kit are. And this giant jumbo clip, I just love these so much. So, had to use it somewhere, so that's where it is, holding all of my favorite stickers for the month's use. And then I decorated it. Used one of the pockets that came in the kit, which I had to slit because of, well, it just doesn't fit this size. And then another planner, die cuts. And I think in here I have another pocket. Yeah, I do. So I did this because these little tiny things are just so small, and it's too hard to get to in this pocket, so I put them in their own pocket, and I used one of the die cuts as just a little, decorative accent, and put it in here. So there you go. And it fits nicely in the back pocket here, where it is right next to my pen loop. I'm one of the lucky ones that has a large pen loop. I don't know why they vary in sizes. A lot of people say they're too small for their pen. Mine is fine. It even fits this mild liner in it. I'm happy with that. I think we all got onto this mild liner thing because of the planner spot girl. I don't even know her name, I'm so sorry. She has influenced so many things. Probably the first video that I watched about planners before I even actually decided that I wanted to delve into this planner world was hers. So thank you to her, and for the idea about this mild liner, because I believe that everybody that uses this probably got the idea from her. What you use it for, in case you haven't seen her videos, is to mark off anything that you've done. So just to keep your planner looking neat and cleaner than it may if you cross it off or X it off or any of those things like that. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to welcome you to my channel if you're new, and welcome you back if you've been here before, and if you're one of my subscribers, thank you so much for that. And I'm looking forward to a new year of more videos, more ideas, and more sharing. So I'll see you again soon.